the United Arab Emirates has restarted talks on ordering the Dassault Rafale, with a planned major upgrade of the fighter jet in contrast to the off-the-shelf details for Egypt and India, said an Arabian Gulf official source familiar with the issue. Yes, there are renewed discussions, the Gulf source said April 14. The talks could take some time to reach an understanding that meets the needs of the UAE Air Force. The source said, France has been in talks for more than 5 years on a sale of 60 Rafales, with the UAE requiring a more capable fighter with an extensive weapon suite. The Rafale would replace the fleet of Mirage 2009s. The fresh talks are looking at requirements rather than reviving discussions for 60 Rafales, and it is too early to say how many aircraft would be purchased for how much. The UAE has seen a potential buyer after Egypt sealed the deal for 24 Rafales and India announced a plan to order 36 off the assembly line in France. There are discussions going on with the Emirates. They are going in the right direction, French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius told journalists at the Anglo-American Press Association on April 16. France is pursuing an economics diplomacy, he said. The President, Prime Minister, Defense Minister and myself, we work very closely together. That approach was applied generally, and to the Rafale specifically, he said. Fabius said he met UAE Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan during a trip to Saudi Arabia on the weekend of April 11-12, confirming a report by Daily Le Monde. There is a French saying all things come in threes, the French minister said, referring to the Rafale deals with Egypt and India, the report said. Dassault Aviation Chairman Eric Trappier said on March 11 that the French company was back in talks with the UAE, but that these were not contract negotiations. The UAE is in talks with the U.S. to order 30 Block 61 Lockheed Martin F-16s, which would add to the 80-strong fleet of Block 60 fighters, Reuters has reported. Executives at the International Defense Exhibition in Abu Dhabi in February noted the UAE Crown Prince spent an hour behind closed doors at the Dassault stand on the opening day. The UAE had helped fund Egypt's purchase of the Rafale, but it was also likely that they spoke about the fighters for the Gulf state's own Air Force, the executives said. The UAE Air Force has focused on an upgrade of the systems and engine of the Rafale, including active electronically scanned array (AESA) radar, frontal sector optronic and an electronic warfare suite, systems supplied by Thales, and a 9-ton thrust M88 engine, operated from the 7.5-ton engine that powers the French Air Force and Navy fighters. French industry has said the 2011 Libya air campaign showed there was no need for a higher engine thrust on the Rafale. The potential UAE version, dubbed M88-9, could deliver 9 tons of thrust by increasing the entering airflow from 65 kilograms per second to 72 kilograms per second and the compression rate from 24.5 to 27, according to News, the Rafale blog, which in 2011 ran a story from weekly magazine Air and Cosmos, that would require the air intake to be enlarged. A costly, structural modification that had been a stumbling block in talks with the UAE, the 2011 report said.